Hi there everybody, Ricky Cool here with the first in what I hope will be a new series of videos which I'm calling Mississippi Saxophone. As you can see, the saxophone is pretty dear to my heart, as is the harmonica of course, and all of my formal musical training was done with the saxophone as my instrument. This series of videos has been inspired not just by the fact that the great Chicago players and players since then as well on the harmonica would have no doubt listened to a lot of saxophone players and seen them. Certainly little Walter, with the way that he moved the harmonica forward in terms of playing, shows a lot of saxophone influences in the way he phrases and the way he approaches his solos. And I've been inspired to do this little set of videos really by my YouTube saxophone guru, whose name is Randy Hunter, and he's got a series of videos which he calls blues motifs for the saxophone, where he'll take a little section of a solo from one of the saxophone greats and break it down and just basically talk about it and demonstrate it. So let's dive in with number one. I wanted to start off with something nice and simple, which is really absolutely made for the harmonica, and the one that I've chosen is a solo which it's not really a solo, it's just like a short riff, which comes in a track called Hip Couple by Jeff Barry. The reason I've chosen this is I had a band in the 1980s which and we used to do this number, and so I've kind of always been aware of it. I don't know who the saxophone player is, but I do know that Jeff Barry was a New York-based songwriter around the same time as people like Carole King and Neil Sedaka, the early part of the 1960s. And he's got writing credits on quite a lot of hit records from that time. This song he did in his own right is a sort of like a novelty rock and roll thing. I think it was done in about 1959. Just to give you a little flavour, here it is. So it's got a great groove, you know, rhythm and blues.
Well, we've been to Hip Couple School for over 3 months now, and boy, are we happy. Well,
I just love that. We've been the Hip Couple in school for over 3 months now. It's really specific. And boy, are we happy. Oh,
dress alike, and we almost talk alike, and we do everything together, and I wish we could stay this age forever. We wear matching boat necks.
Okay, so you get the flavour of the feel of the song. The saxophone solo, well, the saxophone riff, I should say, comes in for the first time around about 43, 44 seconds. Let's get it.
Well, oh, white sneakers.
And that's it. That's it. So it's readily made, as I said, for the harmonica. It just really sits in the pocket with the harmonica, and it allows you to do a lot more with the harmonica than is possible on a saxophone, which is a single note instrument. You can bring octaves and splits into this as well, which I'll show you. I wish I knew who the saxophone player was. I've looked, but can't find any reference to who it was. But just thinking about Jeff Barry and New York and that period of time, it could easily have been somebody like King Curtis. So let's break down this little riff. So I'll do it single notes. So it starts on 5 blow to 4 draw, and then you do 5 draw, and the first time it's played fairly straight, the second time there's a little scoop on it, so like that. So 5 draw, back to 5 blow, 4 draw, 4 blow, and then 3 draw, and again it's nice to put a little scoop on it, and then 2 draw. You could do 3 blow, but 2 draw will give you a chance to give it a bit more bite. Okay, it's in the key of G, so I'm playing on a C harmonica. This is a Marine Band Deluxe, and I'm playing cross harp, 2nd position. So, there's the first riff, second riff. So 5 blow, 4 draw, 5 draw scoop, 5 blow, 4 draw, 5 blow, 4 draw. Then the third riff, okay, 5 blow, 4 draw, 5 draw scoop, 5 blow, 4 draw, repeated, and then 5 blow, and then I'll do this next bit single note at the moment, 6 blow. Now what am I doing there? I'm doing a throat sort of tremolo effect, if you like. Or okay, and so you can see there's a really good technique in this that's well worth practicing. Now, the thing that makes this great for the harmonica, as I've said, is the fact that this riff really does lend itself to some of the things that the harmonica does so well, like playing octaves and splits. So that particular part sounds much fatter if you do it as a 3/6 octave. And then I would urge you to play the rest of this tongue blocked so that you can let some dirty notes creep in, let some splits come in there. So okay, and of course Mississippi saxophone, so maybe we should do it amplified. I'll just switch the amp on. Let's see how it works with the amp. Okay, here we go. Now, again, there's just as I played it, then I realised I did something which I hadn't talked about before, which is just like a tongue warble on the draw notes there, which is like it's a 2/5 split, and then just moving the tongue from side to side. Okay, so we've got the riff. How can we use that? Well, I've got another track up here from my favourite backing tracks, MCCD Sessions, and this is Chicago Shuffle in G. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play along with this, and I'm just going to use parts of that riff. I'm not going to try and play the whole thing because the Chicago Shuffle is a 12-bar blues, and the Jeff Barry is pretty much all on one chord. So I'll just show you how I might utilise some of that riff in the context of this Chicago Shuffle. Okay, you get the picture, or at least I hope you do. So have fun with this riff. As I say, it's made for the harmonica. There's a lot of learning things in there, those little scoops, that 3/6 octave, and the reason I do that throat little tremolo effect there, rather than say a tongue slap. If you do a tongue slap on that, when you take your tongue away, you're actually playing a C chord rather than the G, which is the key of the music. So 3 and 6 are the note G, but if you take your tongue away, it introduces the other notes of a C chord, C and E. So that's going to be much more useful to you. And then tongue slaps are going to work. Okay, I shall put the link to the Jeff Barry in the description, and I'll put the link to the Chicago Shuffle as well, and I'll write out the notes for you. But I hope you enjoyed that, and that you'll want to stay tuned to see what's going to come up in this little series. So please do subscribe, and a thumbs up would be lovely. And yeah, I've got in mind what I'm going to do next, which is again going to be really one of my saxophone heroes from back in the day. But tell you more about that next time. So until the next one, this is Ricky Cool signing off. Cheerio for now. Oh, come on, let's get into this. Yeah. Woo!